may hear lots of noises, and I kind of looks like we're in the jungle, but that is my husband's Komodo Joe. He is outside doing some grilling. Archie has been out with him, but now he has come in very hot, wanting some cool air conditioning and a cool floor to chill him down. So let me say a proper welcome to you, and in case you hear that noise, Michael's outside, as I said, grilling, and he has his music going, and then I happen to have clothes in the dryer. So let me go see if I shut the door to the laundry room, if that helps. Much better, although now I hear the music more. But hopefully you can't hear it that much, and it will be a okay distraction. So I wanted to share with you some of my more recent purchases that I have really been enjoying, and just let you know, while they are still available, what it is that I'm enjoying and why. So first up, and I think I have mentioned this recently, either in a vlog or maybe a blog post, I do not remember, but I am absolutely adoring Bumbus Socks. And these are just those little no-show liners, and I have very small feet, and these are the perfect size. They don't slip off, they don't have to be folded under. They've got that little sticky strip that holds them on your feet. And in addition to those, I have some low top socks that I like to wear when I work out, and then some that even have a little bit more at the top. But all of these are so comfortable. These kind have lots of padding, so if your feet have kind of lost some of their padding in the heel or the ball, these are great, especially if you're going to be walking a lot or working out, because they provide the extra support. On my low tops, they also have some cushioned ones, or the no-shows, but because I have a wide foot, the extra padding will fit in an athletic shoe, but maybe not the kind of shoes that I would be wearing these with. So that is first up, my Bombas, and I absolutely love them. They are expensive, but they are excellent quality, and honestly, I would rather have 4 pair of these that actually fit my foot and work for me than to have, you know, a drawer full of something that just isn't going to stay on my feet or work. So I will link all of these items below for you, but that is my very first favorite. And if it happens to be a video or a blog where I mention those also, I will link it as well below, or a card up above. Number 2 would be new glasses that I recently got, so hope you like them. My sister is really good at picking out glasses, and so she went with me to pick these out, and I like them. They are very comfortable, bigger frames, since that is kind of hot now, which is funny because for some reason through the years I've kept all my glass frames. I have no idea why, but you know, I had some old big frames that if I wanted to, I think I could get them out and they would be perfectly at home these days. So these are actually Kate Spades. I've had Kate Spades in the past. I really like them. They have a very light lilac color on the stems, and then kind of a tortoise, which is brown, and that same pale lilac. So they'll go with a lot of things, and they're just pretty. And of course have a new prescription because I'm that age. But then for my sunshades, I did get a pair of Tiffany's. They were a little expensive, but I'm worth it, as they say. No, and they actually, I think they'll last a long time, and they weren't that much more expensive. So, you know, while you're already spending what you spend on shades, when you have to have prescription shades, why not spend a little extra and get some that you really feel comfortable in. So this is me styling. They kind of seem to have a little bit of they remind me of a butterfly for some reason, which is an iconic imagery that's in style right now as well. So that is my sunshades, kind of feeling a little Jackie O in them. But I like them, and you know, when you feel good about your sunshades and you're more willing to wear them, they really are good for your eyes. I have to have prescription in them for driving so that I don't run over people, and I'm of the age that I also have to have some prescription below so I can see how fast I'm going. So that is my favorites, number 2. Number 3, I am heading into makeup, and I am absolutely loving this Chanel palette that I have. I have it on today, and it to me has turned into just a basic. It has very wearable colors, and I'll tell you, if you're headed on vacation, this is just the simple one to throw in. It's small, convenient. You could actually throw it in your purse for everyday touch-ups. It has, of course, a mirror in the lid, and then there's a couple of different style of brushes, but of course, so many of us use other brushes. But if you were trying to conserve space, or you know, carrying it every day, these would suffice for what you needed. So you have just a nice big all over pale color, 2 kind of medium colors, which are great if you're trying to disguise that hooded eye, which I am. Another darker accent color that you could use to create a smoky eye, and then just a little bit of shimmery one that I kind of put for an everyday right in the middle of my movable lower lid, just for a little dimension. Not really for an evening sparkle. Of course, it's there, so if you did want to create an evening sparkle, it would be so easy to do. So this one I am really enjoying. Of course, it's top quality. You're not going to get a lot of fallout or any of the things that sometimes you might get from a not so quality palette. But what I did want to mention and laugh about was my very first eye makeup palette that I can recall from when I was in probably high school. I don't think I was allowed to wear makeup in middle school, but it was, I am pretty sure, by CoverGirl, and it had, I think it had 5 shades, and pretty much these were the shades. So it's kind of retro throwback. There was a more of a pink instead of the shimmery. The shimmery in that one was more pink. The darker wasn't as gray. It had a bit more purple in it. But the rest seemed very similar to me. So, wow. My mom used to always say everything old is new again. She would hang on to clothes just because they would come back into style, and I kind of do the same, but this one just kind of made me smile because I love that palette. They should have kept making that color. Maybe they do. I'll have to go check it out. So that was number 3. Number 4 is refillable Christian Dior lipsticks, and I bought okay, so it seems like every holiday Christian Dior does like a little sampler. Sometimes it's in something that could be an evening bag. This year, and I will try to pop images of all these things on the screen for you, but it was a little metal thing that could kind of be like a little evening bag, and it had 4 or 5 lipsticks, I can't remember, and that you could attach to that bag was a little lipstick carrier. It was just cute, and hopefully you got one if you wanted one. But this was the lipstick that came with it. So you've got one actual case, but then you could swap out what was inside. So I had been enjoying those lipsticks that came with it, but I think this was actually a beautiful color that came with it. But I wanted something a little more pinky pink. This was an apricot, and the other 3 colors are more red since it is the holidays. So I went online and found this beautiful, just traditional pink. Oh, I don't think I don't think I had put any lipstick on now that I'm thinking about it. Yes, and I even colored within the lines. But this is a beautiful pink by Dior, and it was so nice because I didn't have to buy a whole new tube of lipstick. All I had to do was buy the refill. And this is a really well-made case, so I don't feel like it's the sort of thing that, there we go. It's kind of magnetic, so you just pull it out. But I don't feel like it's the sort of thing that if I'm, you know, unless I'm really rough with it or run over it with my car, I think it will last me for a good long time. So it has the classic CD logo on it. And then etched into the lipstick case is the building where Christian Dior, I guess their headquarters or maybe where they started. I will try to find that out and let you know. But I am loving these lipsticks. They're comfortable to wear, creamy, good color, pigmentation, and lovely colors. So I don't always do much with the peach, but this is a beautiful pinky peach, and I just think it is gorgeous, and I do feel comfortable wearing it. Of course, if you were to buy a set and there were colors in there that weren't really you, there's so many things you can do to alter a color to make it more something wearable for you. If I didn't want to do a peach ever, but still wanted to get my money's worth out of this lipstick, I could add a liner that was much more what I did want, such as a pink or, you know, rosy color, just to bring out more of those tones or to darken the lipstick. So that is number 4. Number 5, and I've already been drinking on it. I have fallen in love with what is this? Andy's Coconut Lime. So the coconuts are good, and they were my favorite. I never really cared as much for the coconut pineapple or the coconut. Isn't there another coconut? But anyway, not so much. But the lime I adore, but it is so hard to find, and I haven't been able to find it in 6-packs here in town. So I have put this on a monthly reorder automatic with Amazon, and I'm ordering 24 a month. So I will still be buying regular coconuts here locally, but here comes my husband. But the coconut lime I can for sure have. Oh, he was bringing Archie in. Archie had gone back out, and Archie got too hot again. So what I like about this is it's refreshing. You know, some fruit flavored waters, there's just not enough fruit taste to make them, it just isn't, to me, a good flavor. It's like a hint, but I either want it or I don't. It's like my sister with the radio. She either wants a radio on or she doesn't. Just the little hum in the background doesn't work for her. And I agree, me too. The same way on these drinks, I like to taste the flavor. So this is good. It's only 10 calories. It has 12 grams of carb, 64 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of sugar, 0 grams of added sugar, no protein, 10 calories. So I like it. It's a really good spring, summer, hot weather drink, but I drink them all year round. So if you haven't tried it, give it a go. And of course, in my last video, I had mentioned the Dior makeup brush, which I am obviously using and use today. It is still wonderful. I am not, I think in the last video I showed you, I put a little bit on my face and then tap it around. I've just started putting it on my hand and then getting it off. From there, I believe the directions said start kind of in the middle of your face and work out. So that is what I'm doing. I'm not putting makeup on my face then to, you know, distribute with the brush. I'm just using the brush the whole time. And I still am enjoying it. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I feel like I love something and then get a real close up in a mirror and think, whoa, that wasn't as good looking as I thought it had been. So this one is still holding true for me. Something else new in the makeup category I am using is this Undefined R&R Sun Serum. And it does have zinc oxide, which a lot of dermatologists say you need your zinc oxide in there to really actually have protection. It is broad spectrum UVA, UVB, blue light, pollution protection. It is good for 40 minutes of swimming or sweating. There you go. So shake well and apply. It is Sun Serum SPF 50 Mineral Sunscreen Water Resistant, as I mentioned, for 40 minutes. So it is, because it's a serum, it's going to be much more lightweight than, as you can see running down my hand, much more lightweight than if you use a cream. So keep that in mind if you don't care for a serum. Now, as you can see, it does have color in it. And I had done some reading online before I purchased it, and some folks have said awfully yellow, too dark for my skin tone, things such as that. Well, I am actually awfully light skinned, pretty much neon white if that's a color. And once this gets rubbed in, I do not feel like I get much of a yellow cast or a cast that's too dark. Once it is rubbed in, it just tends to blend, and I think it fades in pretty well. Of course, I am putting makeup over it, so that helps as well, but I just think that it's not that big of a deal for me anyway. I do want to, it reminded me a bit of when you put like sun drops maybe in your serums or makeup just to get a little more color on your face. Now that it's been rubbed in, you can see a very, very slight difference, but it just looks nice, and really, to be honest, it evens out skin tone, so it's not a color that I don't like. So I don't know, you'll just have to try for yourself. My point of saying that is judge for yourself. You may not want to be dissuaded by folks who said that. Now, if you, like me, are a very, very pale skin and want to be a very, very pale skin, then it isn't going to be for you. But for me, because I have darker hair, darker eyebrows, it doesn't look bad for me to have just a little bit more color to my skin, because it's congruent with the rest of my coloring. And that may or may not make sense, but in my mind it does. So hopefully it will to you as well. But this again is the Undefined Beauty R&R Sun Serum. And I'll list all the places that I purchased these below for you, just so you can find them. If it's something I can't link, then I will at least write the proper name of it, so it'll be easy for you to search for it and find it. So next up is a new moisturizing mask that I got and have been enjoying, and I'll tell you why I've enjoyed it so much. Because it is convenient to use. Sometimes you get these masks and you have to leave them on for 30 minutes, or they're cracking or drying, or you have to pretty much get the fire hose in to get it off your face. This is just a creamy mask that hydrates. You leave it on for 10 minutes and then you wash it off. Or you sleep in it and wash it off the next morning. It doesn't have a weird color. It doesn't do weird things. It's just a good mask. So this is by Caudalie, which is from Paris. It's called Vinosource Hydra. And moisturizing mask nourishes and smooths skins in 10 minutes. It has centella and great polyphenols. Can't tell you it's revolutionized my world, but they do recommend it to wear it twice weekly. I've been more like just thinking to do it on the weekend, but I like it, and I do feel more hydrated once I wear it. So it's something that I will end up using up the tube, and I will probably reorder. And anyway, I wanted to share it with you because it, as I mentioned, is just simple to use, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. The complicated stuff, I may own it, but I'm not really gonna get excited about using it unless it were to, you know, make me look 30 years younger or something like that. But this one, hydration is a problem, especially when you're in Texas in the summer. So that is a very good one to have. And then I have two more kind of fashion-y bits to share with you. One is a purse that I bought maybe a couple of months ago, and it is a Valentino rock stud wicker basket, and whatever the real name is, I will link below. But I am loving it just because it goes with everything. So you can do the top handle sort of carry, or there is a long thin strap that you can use as well, and it is adjustable. And of course, if you've ever watched my video on protecting and caring for your purses, you know that I am wrapping this up when not in use, putting inside. The stuffing is in there because I do not want the wicker to get crushed. And then of course you wipe off all of your oils from your hands and you store it in the basket it came in, and you don't just crush them into your closet. So this is a purse that I think will last me a very good long time. It's obviously in style right now, but it's a timeless structure. So if you love a good wicker basket during the summer, this will be equally as in style next year as it is the next and the next. It is a great size. It is neither too big nor too small. I tend to carry a lot more stuff with me than probably a lot of YouTube girls, just because I do work outside the home in addition to vlogging and blogging. But this just allows you to carry a normal amount of stuff. I mean, if you are a never full kind of person and it's always full, then this is going to be too small for you. But if you're just a medium-sized person, this is a great size handbag. And I do love the safety and security of being able to drawstring to keep your contact tints in. Sometimes the open wicker bags, I feel like it would be real easy for somebody to grab something from behind, but this one is going to be a easy one to travel with, and just it's a fun bag, but also a very practical bag in my opinion. And then my 10th item I wanted to share with you is a new blouse from Spartina 449, and of course I've mentioned these silk blouses before. They're thin, you want to put an undershirt with them. They're easy to wear out or to tuck in. They're cute with jeans or pants or skirts. You can put a blazer over them. They are silk, and I think this is maybe my 7th or 8th one. I just love them. They keep bringing this style out. I think it is the Cora Blouse, but I will look for sure and again link that below for you. But they're just a really great blouse to have on hand. Great for going out, for church, for dressy, for casual, for, you know, anything you need to do. I could see this one real easy with light jeans, kind of dressing it down a little more, maybe letting it just hang down. It does have a 3/4 of the way like button closure, so it doesn't go all the way down, which is fine. You could do the French tuck with it, put a little belt on your waist, or you could tuck it all the way in. It would look great with white pants, white jeans. There's just a lot you could do with this, and I think for me, I'll be wearing it to work. It would also look good with the brown accessories if you didn't want to do blue, but I just love this new colorway. I don't think there's a single one of the blouses that I haven't enjoyed, just because you can wear them year round. But this was a nice one. A lot of the other ones I have more pinks in them and whites, and so it's nice to have a navy. I wish they would bring, I do have one that's kind of an ivory and a black. So I wear a lot of navy and I wear a lot of black. And so it's always good when good, useful pieces like this are offered in those colorways. So that is it for me. So that is some of my favorite items that I have recently purchased. I did want to mention in my last video, which I will link here, I had mentioned not only this makeup brush, but also some items from H&M, and I did want to say that I am still loving them. I am using them inside and outside, and they're just great, really affordable items for your dining table, either inside or outside, and they're easy to care for. We spilled something this last week and just real quickly threw it in the wash, and it is good to go. So check out that video in case you were in the market for some new tabletop linens and glasses and that sort of thing. If you're new here, if you would, please join me by subscribing. I post a new video each week, and if you would subscribe, then you can become part of our at-home community. And if you'll go ahead and hit the bell icon each time you log in, you'll get notification if I have a new video that has been posted. So if you've made it this far, if you would, please give me a thumbs up. I sincerely appreciate you being here and look forward to seeing you back next time. Until then, have a good week. Bye.
This is what a hot dog looks like. Hot, hot, hot.